ahead.
Good morning, Everfree Northwest. That's right, get her done. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Heroes and Villains. Dun, dun, dun. It's me, it's that good old MC of MLP, Mike Check Dennis Daniel from Canterlot Radio, and if you haven't noticed, real life Steven Universe. I guess I can't win every game of Steven Tag. It may be my name, but it's just not my game. We are going to have a lot of fun today because I get to do a panel with one of the coolest people on the face of the earth. And no, I'm not talking John Delancey. I said on the face of this earth. Well, anyway, joining me right now is a very talented voice actress who I consider a good friend. For nearly 20 years, she has been providing the voices for many countless characters. Whether you were mesmerized by her spatula flipping as Ukyo Kuonji, whether you had a soundproof window shattered by Sango and her boomerang, and that was a $900 boomerang window you shattered. Sorry. Painful issues from the past. Or whether you love her as the trying to control all of equality Starlight Glimmer from My Little Pony. She is a very talented voice actress who I think deserves a big round of applause from you guys. She is the one, the only, Miss Kelly Sheridan.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Now, if you want, give her the super creepy smile.
Is my mic on? Oh, there it is. I just needed to get closer.
Yeah, so, Kelly, how are you enjoying Everfree so far?
It's wonderful. I'm having so much fun.
Ooh.
No, it's really great. I'm having a great time. It's my first con ever.
Really? Welcome.
Thank you. No, it's been really great. It's been such a great way to start off in this pony world. Everyone's been awesome.
So let's go ahead and dive right in. Of course, the subject of this panel is heroes and villains. So before we start into the nitty-gritty, let's give you guys a bit of a rundown of what's going to happen in the next hour. We're going to learn a little bit about some of the different roles and villains that Kelly has voiced in her lengthy career. You get to share some of your favorite moments with her and ask her some questions about the character she's played. And you know what? We're going to laugh and we're going to learn.
Are we gonna cry?
We're going to what?
Are we gonna cry?
No. Unless they're...
We'll see.
Maybe. Well, anyway, did you know? Is it up there? Is the slide there? I don't know. I'm like...
We can't see it.
All right, no, next one. Next. Beautiful.
Yeah, that one.
Did you know that
My
according
big
to
mug.
Did you know that according to Behind the Voice Actors, Kelly here has nearly 100 different characters she has provided the voice for. That she's credited that we know. There might be some that we don't know, that we would like to know. Well, in the nearly 2 decades she has been voice acting, she has provided countless voices for so many unique characters in the realms of video games, cartoons, and anime. So, Kelly, how has the journey been? You're starting off. You started at the age of 4, I believe.
Well, if my parents' living room counts, but I started working professionally at 13.
Oh, 13.
Yeah.
All right, but
Yeah.
you started at 13.
I think Ranma was one of my first gigs. I was in grade 8,
Yes.
so I was a freshman.
So that's actually how appropriate that is because our first hero subject is Ukyo Kuonji.
Oh, here she is, the
Yes.
giant spatula.
Now this was all the way back in the 1990s, and 90s were a pretty excellent time. And one of the very first anime to really become mainstream in America was, of course, Ranma 1/2. And you play this awesome character, Ukyo Kuonji, who is not only a skilled fighter and master cook, but is one of the title character's oldest friends. And and the funny thing is, Ranma being the airhead that he is, thought that Ukyo was a boy, which is really crazy.
Look at her.
Yeah, how could you think that's not a boy?
She's gorgeous.
Though when she did come to Japan, she did dress as a boy when
Yes.
she entered into Ranma's school. So, and we saw some shenanigans there, which we'll actually show a clip. We have clips to show you guys. So if you've never seen this, if you've never seen any of these shows, you're gonna get a chance to see a clip, and I encourage you, if you like what you see, please buy the DVDs. Ranma's actually now on Blu-ray DVD from Viz Media. It's beautiful, restored. Ukyo looks delicious, if I may say.
She doesn't look like a boy.
So tell us a little bit about playing Ukyo, especially as your first role in your career.
Well, I think it was definitely my first anime role. And I had no idea what I was in for. I had no idea about the popularity of the show. This was like pre-internet, so you couldn't Google anything. And it was fantastic. It's such a crazy show. I made sure I went out and had some okonomiyaki, which is the food that Ukyo cooks all the time in her little cafe, which is also delicious if you guys have never had okonomiyaki. And it was just really fun. I had no idea what I was doing, but I don't know, they gave me the job. And that ran for about 9 years. So yeah, we did hundreds of episodes. That was pretty incredible. And then went right into Inuyasha. So it was like 15 years of dubbing those shows.
You also did several movies as well. Ni Hao, My God,
Yeah,
Mine, Big
that's
Trouble in
right.
Nekolong, China. Some OVAs as well. And this is still one of the anime that is true to the nature. This is one of the anime that got me interested in anime altogether, because it was just so over the top. It was so wacky. It was so crazy. And I remember seeing back then they had commercials for Ranma on the Pokemon VHSs. And after I saw that, I was like, dude, I gotta get me a video of this. And I see this, and it's amazing. It's funny. It's wacky. It's not like anything I've ever seen. Not even on Toonami. And by the way, how could this never end up on Toonami? That is my biggest gripe. This was a great show, great characters, great cast. I mean, you would be on Toonami and other shows, but not for this, which is a real shame because it's such a beautiful show.
Thanks. Screw you, Toonami.
Now you said that you had the Ukonami. The question is, did you ever try wielding a giant spatula?
I didn't. I've never owned one. So no, I've never.
Are those guys with the 3D printer still outside?
Yeah, where are you guys?
Hey guys,
bring in the
make
spatula.
a giant spatula. No, they're asleep. Oh,
It was her weapon of choice, also, though. So I think I'd go around whacking people with it. It's probably best that I don't have one.
How would you guys like to see Ukyo in action? So let's go to the very expensive Everfree Tron 5000. Let's go to the clip.
Jan, over here!
Excellent.
How dare you joke around during a duel? I didn't call you out here to play patty cake, you know?
Hey, is this any way for friends tag? Whatever happened to the good old days?
Good old days? For who?
What are you so mad for? Cut it out!
Shut! Whoa!
Hey, I ain't the one who ran off with your cart. The old man is. Look, I ain't the one who promised to take you along, so don't blame me, okay?
Stay still!
You know, I'm beginning to think you're mad at me or something.
How dare you? How much more am I supposed to take? That's it! You're dead!
Hot enough to fry an egg, literally.
Hey, that's not a ring. It's a non-stick ring-shaped cooking surface.
And now for the next item on the menu.
Huh?
Take a look. I've added a few of my own special ingredients to the recipe, guaranteed to send you out of the frying pan and right into the fire.
What is this junk? What'd you put in here, Clue?
It's just your ordinary batter, plus a little rubber cement mixed in.
Let me go!
I'll let you go, no problem. Now for dessert!
Personally, I prefer my okonomiyaki without the noodles, but then again, I've always been more of a traditionalist at heart. Anyway, could you pass me that plate over there?
Would you stop thinking of your stomach for a minute and come help me?
I forgot to oil the grill! Silly me! This part's my own invention! Tempura flakes mixed with gunpowder!
Hey! What the? Ranma!
Nothing left but the cleanup.
Okay, pause it. Okay, there we go. Yeah. That was very good.
That's why I shouldn't have a giant spatula.
Well,
That's the kind of trouble she gets into.
I would love to see Ukyo take on Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? This is horrible.
My money's on her.
Yep, that would make it. So anyway, Ukyo, of course, a really great character to get your foot in the door, and of course, just a great hero. And I noticed this: a lot of the characters you play, kind of start off as rivals, villains, but they eventually become heroes to the
Yeah, Songo was like that too.
Yeah, we're going to talk about a little bit more about her later on in the panel, though. Now we gotta get a little dark. Now we talked about a hero, we gotta talk about a villain, and that's right. And this one, I think, is one of your most underrated ones, but I love her so much. Let's get a little hexy. Let's talk about Scarlet Witch.
Wanda.
From the X-Men Evolution. Now, how many here have never seen X-Men Evolution? Okay, so I gotta do a little foreshadowing here. Scarlet Witch is the daughter of Magneto, who, this is totally not movie canon. So you're gonna it's different. I don't know why it's not movie canon, but still. And she's also the sister of Quicksilver, who is Pietro, who is voiced by Richard Ian Cox. And she was locked away because she could not control her mutant powers because she was tortured, abused. She was locked in an insane asylum, and she just has this unrivaled hatred for Quicksilver and Magneto. And she also has these supernatural abilities with this supernatural temper. I mean, it gets scary. So tell us, playing such a emotionally damaged character like Scarlet Witch.
Well, that was one of the first chances I had to play somebody with that kind of range. Like before that, I'd always been cast kind of with my natural speaking voice, and Wanda's really like growly, and I can't even do it now. She's kind of screamy.
Well, you did it now. I think all these nice lights here would go.
Yeah. And it was, I don't know, it was great. It was like really great voice acting on that show. David Kaye and, oh gosh.
Scott McNeil, Kirby Morrow.
Brad Swale. Yeah, great cast. And then to be part of the X-Men was also pretty amazing, to do something Marvel-y. Yeah. It was great.
I know we joked that it was a shame that you weren't in the Age of Ultron movie with the Avengers, because Scarlet Witch was.
Well, they asked me, but I turned it down. Yeah.
She didn't want top billing over Robert Downey Jr.
Exactly. It was,
and Robert's like, well, why don't you give it to her? Like, no, you're Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah. This is gonna be my last one.
Yeah.
No, Robert, you take it. It's fine.
Chris Hemsworth wouldn't talk to her, and that made her upset.
He doesn't need to talk to me.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
He doesn't need to talk at all.
Well, anyway, let's go ahead and see Scarlet Witch in action.
Uh-oh. Bad vibe.
How'd we get out here?
It's no good, Scott. We can't stop her. She's too strong. We've got to retreat.
No, it's not over yet.
Yes, it is. Let's go.
All right! We beat him! We finally beat him!
Ha! Thanks thanks to our new secret weapon, the Scarlet Witch. You were great, Wanda. Man, I never thought you could be this in control. If our father had known.
Your father, not mine. He'll pay for what he did to me.
Wow. That was something, wasn't it?
She does tend to monologue, you know.
Yes, and of course, spoiler alert, just guys. Of course, Magneto uses the power of Mesmero to try to alter the image, alter the memories, and make him a little bit better, a little more father-daughterish. But she still at the end she still finds that resentment and hatred towards him. But this was a cool.
Yeah, he brainwashed her.
Yeah, well, pretty much. The one thing that was really funny was Toad was always trying to hit on her.
Yeah, she was always beating him up.
Yeah, yes. He even went to extreme lengths to borrow Kurt's holomorpher to change his image. And of course, at the end of the episode where they find Magneto, she does give him a kiss. And
even Toads deserve a kiss sometimes.
Yeah. Ugh. Well, anyway, what do you guys think of Scarlet Witch? Pretty awesome. And of course, you can check out the entire X-Men Evolution series on the official Marvel YouTube channel, all 4 seasons. And you can check out, Kelly and Kirby Morrow and David Kay and Scott McNeil.
Venus Terzo.
Tons of
cool people.
Brad Swale, so many people on there. Well, anyway, we talked enough about Scarlet Witch. Let's talk about a hero that, little underappreciated, but I think is super, super duper awesome. That would be Mystique Sonia from Hero 108. Has anyone here seen Hero 108? A few people have. It's kind of one of those shows that, you hear maybe a few things about it, but you're like perusing the internet late one night and you see Hero 108. Okay, let's check it out. So, this is a really unique show because it's about this world where there are these different kingdoms. And they're kind of ununited. So this
Animal kingdoms.
Animal kingdoms, right, right. Even though there's that one bird guy with a human head. What is that about?
Just 'cause.
Don't question it. So there's this big group called Big Green, and it comprises of different teams of heroes, and they have to go and try to reunite the castles under Team Big Green. And of course, in that show, you play Mystique Sonia, who is really adorable and awesome at the same time. I don't know how that's possible. It just is. So she may be rough and tough on the outside, but she's a total girl. So
Hero 108 was one of those shows where I read the first script and went, I don't understand this at all. It's going to be really popular. It was just like booger jokes and fart jokes, and she whips people with her tongue, and she gives them superpowers by spitting these little seeds, and they grow into these little rice buns, and she feeds the members of her team, and they get straight. It's just like bananas. It's really great. That was a fun one, and really fun to record.
Gene Simmons has tongue envy.
Yeah. Yeah, her tongue's like as long as her scarf.
That's a pretty good tongue. So, of course, her weapon of choice besides her powerful tongue is her hat, Yaksha.
Yeah.
Which is like a living hat. Dressed to Kill never came into more terms than Mystique Sonia.
Those are his legs there.
Yeah, she doesn't really have to walk. She just has the hat walk him. And just the animation is adorable in that show.
Yeah, it's really cute.
Again, another great cast of people in there. I think Brian Drummond is in it.
Brian and Ian Corlett and Adrian Pichu. They were the 3. It's me and the boys.
Yeah.
And yeah, we laughed a lot in those sessions. They're just bananas. All of them are playing 4 or 5 different voices, and
it's awesome.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
Well, you know what? Because why should we break the streak? Let's go to another clip. Okay, there we go.
We've been in there a long time. Come on, Mystique Sonia. Quit being so scared. You're a fighter.
Oh, hats do all the work.
Mighty Ray? Lin Chung? Jumpy? Nobody does that to my yaksha! Huh? My flute! Oh no! Please don't be broken! Please don't be broken!
So what you guys think of Mystique Sonia?
You can imagine in the script where it says Sonia Tonguewalla, and the director would just go, "Okay, you're beating 7 people up with your tongue. Go." And I'm going like blah, 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 in the microphone, like slobber all over the place.
But it was fun.
That's my job.
Yeah, but it was fun to play her though, wasn't it?
Oh, so look at her, so much fun.
Yeah, so much fun. And,
Yeah.
if you guys want to check out Hero 108, you can check out the Kabillion YouTube channel. They have all the episodes up there. The cool thing is, these are like little 15-minute episodes. It's like a little mini cartoon vitamin. So, you can just pop it, You can binge watch it without really binging.
Or you can watch 40 of them, whatever,
Yeah.
and then it's 5 days later. No big deal.
Yeah. Yeah, but that, again, this was a really cool show because it was such a berserk concept, and they rolled with it, and it got a lot of attention.
It was based on a video game, I believe, initially.
Yeah, and this was and I know we talked about this a while back. There's actually an app for the Hero 108. Let me see if it's still on the iTunes store. If it's still there, you guys can download it and check it out. I know that you told me during some of the sessions you would actually play the Hero 108 game. And yes, it's still on there, the Hero 108 game from Gamania Digital Entertainment. And you can play as Chubby Bunny, Lynn, Mighty Ray, and of course, Mystique Sonia.
If you play as my character, you have to go blah, blah, blah. That's while you play. That's the rules. Thanks.
Okay. So, Mystique Sonia and Hero 108, obscure. But I don't think they're as obscure as this next character. That's good. Princess Morbucks from Powerpuff Girls Z. Okay, who has never even heard of this show? Okay.
Wow.
We've all seen the original Powerpuff Girls, right? We all seen. Staple of 90s Cartoon Network programming. Apparently, it was so popular in Japan that they decided to make an anime version of it, and I don't know how to explain this, but it kind of really didn't follow the format that they had that Genndy Tartakovsky came up with, or Craig McCracken. For Mojo Dojo, he doesn't do I talk like this, because if I talk like this, you will know that I am talking. And when I talk like this, you will know that I'm talking because I am talking to you. Just general bad guy stuff. And I'm not saying, maybe it got lost in translation, but it was a weird show. And get this, never aired in the United States. It may have aired in Canada and Europe and Australia, never made its way to Cartoon Network in America. And that's one of the greatest shames, because this is a really crazy show. And you play Princess, who is a spoiled rich brat.
Typecasting.
Yeah. If I had a nickel for every rich spoiled brat Kelly played, I'd have enough to.
Except for the rich part. Yeah.
So in this one, whereas we know in the American version, she's just, stuck up spoiled. However, in the anime version, she lives in the shadow of her sister Duchess, which, causes her to lash out and act out and, crave attention. Kind of like me at this panel. Aww. Dark panel got dark. So, do you remember experiencing playing this character and, maybe tell us a little bit about voicing her?
Yeah, I just remember James, the director, kept saying, you can't you're too worried about making her likable or finding some shred of like decency in her. Just more annoying. I apologize in advance for whatever this clip is, but yeah, she's just a brat. Just a brat. And I do remember, didn't she have like a musical episode or something too, where she joined?
Yes.
She decided to like start a band.
I believe.
And was awful.
I believe. I'm not sure. YouTube kind of is very
that was in
thin
there too.
on clips.
Yeah, she's just, look at her. She's a brat.
Well, why don't we look at her with another clip? All right. Whenever you guys are ready.
Princess, we're trying to record. Well, I deserve 10 times more attention than my sister. She's nothing but a selfish brat. The trigger is Sapphire's scream. You're right. That's it. Okay, I'm up. What a jerk! She's worse than usual, isn't she? Okay, new plan. She's going all the way to Pluto. I'm great. I'm smart. You're a royal pain in the butt. Ew, I think it's made of boogers. I shall enchant you with my music. My brain feels like it's on fire! We gotta stop her or everybody's heads will explode! That'll ruin my hair!
Stop lying!
So.
Absolutely nothing redeeming about her whatsoever.
No. It's. So, kind of got really great. Well, actually, yes, because in the end of the episode, the Powerpuff Girls give her what she wanted more than anything, and that's someone to pay attention to her. And, it's kind of like
So you see that? If you act like a brat, your behavior's rewarded with attention.
Well, it's the only thing she really wanted, Have we not all at once lived in the shadow of someone else?
Nope.
No. All right, forget it. My ideology is wasted. Well, anyway, our next character we're going to talk about, I don't have a clip for this one, but I think she's important because, there are a bunch of little girls here in the audience and kid girls. We all grew up with her. Let's talk a little.
I haven't heard of this one. How do you pronounce that? Barbie.
We're talking about Barbie. So, of course, you play the iconic doll in the popular series of movies. Now, there were a few you didn't play her, but now you're back with authority. and for the most part, you play the hero. So, what is it like getting to play an iconic character like Barbie?
Oh, amazing. I mean, it's the coolest thing is having done it for the past 14 years. There are fans now that started watching when they were kids that are now in their teens or early 20s that grew up watching them. So that's been pretty incredible. And for like a short, kind of flat-chested girl from Canada, brunette, to be able to play this tall, blonde American icon bombshell, that's amazing. That's kind of the scoop of the century. It's a character that I would never get to play like on camera or in real life. Yeah, she's incredible. And Mattel's been lovely. I get a Christmas box from them every year. It's just this, it's a dream come true to be able to play this superstar, but not get recognized in real life. It's like the best of both worlds.
We should give her some recognition right now.
Oh,
Come on,
no, thank you. It's nice to not get recognized at the grocery store when I'm in my pajamas and no makeup and everything.
Kelly Sheridan as Barbie, affection not included. Affection sold separately. Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't been upstaged yet by Ken.
Oh yeah.
He's
an accessory.
A lot of discord in that dream house.
She has many accessories, and he's one of them.
Now, what's cool is, you were a villain in a Barbie in A Christmas Carol. You were the bad guy, the brat, and that's kind of crazy. Because who can imagine Barbie being a jerk?
Yeah, it was kind of a neat thing for them to do. She plays Scrooge. Well, she reads a story about Christmas Carol and plays a Scrooge-like character.
And of course, you're a hero in pretty much everything else.
Yeah, she's kind, clever, and brave.
So
Barbie.
What is your favorite movie that you've done as Barbie?
I liked The Three Musketeers. That was pretty fun. The motion capture they did for that, they had a fencing team, a women's fencing team that they did the mocap for. And it was kind of cool to see her fight with a sword. They're always thinking up new cool stuff to do with her.
Yeah.
That one was pretty fun.
She's been a pop star princess. She's been a mermaid. I think her latest one, she's a superhero.
She's like a kind of Supergirl. And the other great one was the very first one we did, which was Nutcracker, where I got to work with Tim Curry because he's
Tim Curry,
the best. He's the best of the best of the best.
I don't know.
Amazing.
See, here's the thing about Tim Curry. If you put Tim Curry in the same room as John Delancey,
I think it's like matter and antimatter.
I
don't think the universe
would, because Tim Curry's got that evil voice, and it's just so sinister. When you hear that, Tim Curry. That is Tim flippin' Curry right there.
I don't think the world could handle that much awesomeness in one room.
Tim Curry and John Delancey's come together. That'd be again matter and antimatter. We must work as a nation to ensure that endeavor never comes to fruition.
Well, maybe Tim will be on the show on My Little Pony at one point. That would be cool.
Ooh,
yeah.
That would be beautiful.
Yes.
Well, unfortunately, guys, I don't have a clip of Barbie because Mattel. So we're going to go ahead and move into our next hero, which I think is one of your most prolific characters, certainly one of your most longevical characters, and that is, of course, Sango from Inuyasha, A Feudal Fairy Tale.
Look at her.
And there we go. So who here has not seen Inuyasha? Wow, quite a few. So for those who don't know, Sango is a demon slayer because in feudal Japan there were a lot of demons, and Godzilla.
Fact.
But we never saw Godzilla in that one. So she joins Inuyasha, the title character, and his crew after her family and her village is slain by a demon trap set by the main villain of the show, Naraku. And while along this, we learn about her history and her relationship with her brother Kohaku, who was killed by Naraku but brought back to life through the Shikon Jewel with no memory of anything about her and their family and history as demon slayers. So what is it like getting to play such a character who is such a emotionally involved character, who is tough on the outside, but does have a damaged side on the inside? Well,
that's her first episode. She loses her entire family. She's been raised to fight the very thing that kills all of them. It's heavy stuff, you guys. This is not, it's like, yeah. But then there are scenes, she has this kind of love-hate relationship with one of the other characters, Moroku. So there's all these scenes where she's always beating him up with her giant, I guess I play characters that have giant weapons. She has this giant boomerang. So she's always like beating him up and slapping him because he's off gallivanting with other women.
And he does something that we really can't talk about here at the con because it's kind of,
Yeah,
I don't think that's
fine, whatever.
PG.
So there's these funny scenes between the two of them, and then these really tragic scenes where she's trying to get her brother back, even though he's just kind of a shell of who he used to be. He's just this puppet, basically. And I don't know. She's great.
Man, when it comes to
she's
puppets,
amazing.
When it comes to puppets, Naraku is the master.
Wow.
Okay, I know.
Crickets.
How in the world does real life Steven Universe have all this energy at 10 in the morning? I have no idea.
But yeah, she's one of my favorites. And she has a tiny little cat that turns into a gigantic one that also can fly and has flames streaming out of her tail, and she flies that around.
Yes.
Oh, the Japanese.
Oh.
Aren't they amazing? The things they think of.
Let's see
incredible.
Opal try that. let us see Opal try what Kilala is.
But that's her traditional demon slaying gear she's wearing right now.
Well, let's go ahead, and we've got a great clip right now. It's a really emotional one. Sango has just stolen Inuyasha's sword, the Tetsaiga, and has found her way back to Naraku's castle, hoping to exchange it for Kohaku's freedom. So let's go ahead and go to the clip.
Stop lying! You're the one who killed my father and comrades! You coveted the stupid jewel! You're responsible for everything!
People die because of the power of the sacred Shikon jewel, and people live because of its power. There's no reason why you should despise the sacred jewel as much as you do. Remember, Kohaku was revived because of the jewel's power. You made a promise to exchange the sword for Kohaku's life. So, what will you do?
I despise you! I made no promise! You want my answer? Here it is!
For the record, that is not blood, that is hair.
It's you! The young lord of the castle!
Kagawaki was a noble lord. He gave all the demon slayers proper burials. Ah, yes, and I was the one who ordered for your care after the massacre.
You killed him!
Kagawaki is still alive. At least according to those I've fooled into thinking I'm him.
Kilala, what's wrong?
Nothing can survive an attack of my poison gas. That also includes you, Sango.
What?
Well, Sango, will you agree to be my servant here with Kohaku? I remember Kagawaki's last command. He asked you to return to the castle.
Me be your servant in your dreams? Don't make me laugh, Naraku. My only goal is to destroy you. I will avenge my comrades. I will kill you.
What do you guys think?
No one can survive my poison gas either.
No. Oh, whoa. Too early. But again, another great character in Sango. You know, and you guys can actually watch Kelly as Sango in Inuyasha: The Final Act. The episodes are currently airing at 1:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Toonami on Adult Swim. So you can watch her currently. You should have watched her last night, but you probably didn't know that she was Sango. So we'll give you
You guys have a lot of homework now. A lot of shows to watch.
And now, as the French would say, the piece of the resistance. Wait for it. Ta-da! We gotta talk a little Starlight Glimmer before we go. Now, this character was introduced this current season of My Little Pony, and she's trying to use this idea of equality to control an entire village of ponies. And of course, Twilight and her friends come by, and they fall under your brainwashing spell. Evil.
What could possibly go wrong?
A lot.
No.
Yes, and now tell us about playing her. You know, she's crazy.
Yeah, what can you say about her? She's amazing.
I could say.
Yeah, I think I love the show and have been wanting to play a role in the show forever. I've auditioned for, I think, pretty much every female character that they've held auditions for since the main six, since the very beginning.
Even Twilight?
Since day one. Every single one. And was just told no every time. And I think eventually they just ran out of voiceover actresses in Vancouver and said, oh my God, we haven't tried Sheridan yet.
How many roles could Ashley and Andrea do?
Let's toss something at her.
Yeah, throw her a bone.
And I was traveling in Southeast Asia. I was in a hotel. I was in a layover in Kuala Lumpur. And I got this email saying, can you record something there and, email it to us? And I was jet lagged and thought, oh, no, I've auditioned for every role in this show. It's never going to happen. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just suck it up and do it, and sent it over, and then heard the day I was flying back, okay, you're recording tomorrow, you got the part. So yeah, I guess I need to go to Kuala Lumpur every time I really want to get a job. It's like on the floor of my hotel room in a like a blanket fort with my iPad and my microphone.
Yeah. Yeah, good
yeah,
luck.
I guess so.
Yeah, but this character, you know, we don't know. Have we seen the last of her?
I don't know.
We don't know. It's a mystery.
I don't know. I hope not. I hope not.
I do hope not.
I think there's more for her to do.
More wink, wink. What is that about? What is there's a moose? You know what? We're actually pressed for time. Let's just go ahead and go to our final clip. So cue it up on the expensive Evertron 5000.
Starlight, I think we might have one more friend joining us today.
Is this true? I think so, but I just want to be sure. If I agree to leave my cutie mark in the vault, I'll really be happier? Just look around. Equality has given us more happiness than you've ever known. And you wouldn't let me just live here in the village with my old cutie mark? Out of the question. A pony with a different cutie mark in our midst would destroy our entire philosophy. We are all equal here.
And how do you explain this?
Simple. It's a water. It's 2 hydrogen molecules, 1 oxygen molecule.
Knew you couldn't be trusted. No! Get away!
Snap.
What are you looking at? They're the problem, not me.
How could you? You said cutie marks were evil. You said special talents led to pain and heartache.
They do, don't you see? Look at them.
Then why? Why did you take ours and not give up your own?
I had to, you fools. How could I collect your cutie marks without my magic?
But the staff has all the magic we need.
The staff is a piece of wood I found in the desert. It's my magic that makes all this possible. You'd all still be living your miserable lives, thinking you're better than every pony else, if it weren't for my magical abilities. I brought you friendship. I brought you equality. I created harmony!
You lied to us.
So what? Everything else I said is true. The only way to be happy is if we're all equal.
Except for you.
Every pony has unique talents and gifts. And when we share them with each other, that's how we...
Quiet!
You can't have that cutie mark, Starlight. Either we're all equal, or none of us are.
All right.
No one will find me in here, in my house, that everyone just saw me run into.
Where did she go? It's a mystery. I don't know. I was so taken back from that quiet. It was so out of nowhere. Like, oh, she got away. Oh, man. Starlight Glimmer, surly.
Yeah, but she's so cute.
Yes. Good quit.
So adorbs.
Oh, so you know, this character is really great. You know, it's so.
I had no idea what a big deal that quiet would be when we recorded it, but apparently it's a big deal. You don't tell the Princess of Friendship to shut her trap. Whoops.
Well, would it be too much trouble to just get a quiet for all these?
Well, I have to have somebody to interrupt, so.
Okay, well, you know what, Kelly? I'll tell you this much. I think Starlight.
Quiet. That's right. Thank you. I think one of my other favorite lines was, "The staff is a piece of wood I found in the desert." It's like, come on. I can just see her like wandering out there going, yeah, that'll do.
1 second. Hang on.
That'll be fun.
Hang on. Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast. It did, didn't it? Ugh.
Yeah.
So anyway, I got just a final thoughts here. Whether she is a hero or a villain, Kelly brings the same energy, range, and character to any role that she plays. And with a diverse cast of characters under her belt, it's no wonder why she is one of anime's most treasured actresses. And with what the future will hold, who can really say? All I know is that if you do that to every director, you'll get every role. I guarantee it.
Just bully them into giving me the part.
Yes.
I will say, I've been so touched by the reception I've received and how people kind of love to hate Starlight. I think that's the best compliment I could receive because she's kind of designed for that. So it's been tons of fun getting to play her and
maybe you'll play her in the future.
We can only hope. We can only hope.
It's still a mystery. So, we have like a minute or two for one or two quick questions. Does anyone here have a question for Kelly they'd like to ask? Anything? You.
Okay.
Oh, yep. Come up here. Tell us your name.
I can hear you.
Yeah. Just shout it, Alex.
Okay, well, my name is Alex, and I just have a quick question about your role as Starlight.
Yes.
So this big bad villain had the main six at her hooks. How do you feel that she got defeated by a drop of water?
Oh! Apply some water for that burn!
Did everyone hear that? Everyone in the back hear that? When the mighty fall, they fall hard. It's always those little moments, isn't it? And by the meekest, shyest one out of all of them, too.
Starlight got H2O.
She needed that indelible ink. She didn't research her makeup properly. She needed to talk to someone who knew more about it. She needed that Sharpie or something.
Kind of hard
tattoo.
It's kind of hard to find, L'Oreal for ponies and you got to find the right skin tone and such, maybe it's magic, maybe it's Maybelline.
I think it was divine intervention. I think she was meant to get caught.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. My only question for Fluttershy was, what are you waiting for? Just do it!
She had to work up to her big.
Get her
big
that's
moment.
right. We have time for one more question. You.
So Kelly, obviously you kind of knew what you were getting into when you auditioned for ponies, but with
Yes.
the other stuff, like Hero 108, did you know what you were getting into?
Did everyone hear that in the back there? Did I know what I was getting into with all the other jobs I've done? Sometimes I do. Hero 108, like I said, I had no idea. The script was crazy. I thought I had no idea how they're going to animate this. And, but that's kind of what being a voiceover actor is. You go in and go like, okay, I guess I'll try this out. We just did another show called Pirate Express with Atomic, where I've recently been able to see them. They've just started airing in Canada. And there's tons of extra stuff they've animated that we weren't even aware of in the studio. So most of the work happens after we're done recording. It's when the animators get a hold of things and start going, yeah, we'll add this little thing in and this little thing in. So that's the fun thing about my job.
buckos.
Yeah.
Well, can we do one more?
Let's do two more. You guys. Let's do these. Let's do these guys.
All right, you guys, and that's it.
Yeah.
First in the derby hat, the awesome derby hat with the Apple Family shirt. That's awesome.
I can't say no. You've waited so patiently.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, Kelly. I come from across the border, Canada. Brandon here.
Oh, nice.
Oh, hey, how you doing there? You doing good there?
Yeah, Kelly. One thing I'm not sure many people know, but you and Sam Vincent recorded for the season 5 premiere, and that reminds me, you two had actually worked on another show where you two worked together, but it was about paranormal activity.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
We did.
Yeah.
Martin Mystery.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure how many people in this room would know the show, but did you guys actually get to record in the booth together, and did you maybe make some jokes about how you guys are reuniting again for another voice role?
Well, I've worked with Sam a lot since Martin Mysteries. We've worked on a bunch of stuff together, but recording Martin was really fun. It was always super goofy in the room. We were encouraged to do lots of ad-lib, and that was another one. But and in that show, I screamed at Sam all the time also. So I guess maybe that's typecast.
And you got to work with a caveman.
I did.
So
yeah.
how do you not like that? Right. One more question.
Thank you.
Yes, in a Doctor Who shirt.
Ooh, good T-shirt.
We're going over, but it's worth it though.
Is there any voiceovers you want to do in the future?
All of them.
Yeah.
Can you guys make that happen? I will work for change. No, I don't know. There's nothing. I've been lucky to play a lot of amazing characters and amazing stories. So I don't know. I'll do any job that anybody throws at me, basically.
She will work for money. She will work for honey. She will work for you. Doodle-oodle-oo. Well, guys, unfortunately, we are out of time. Guys, give Kelly Sheridan one final big round of applause.
Thank you so much.
And you know what?
We're all equal. Some of us more than others.
All right, hey, careful. Got the water.
Oh, God.
And, how about some applause for the host, because he was awesome.
Yay. And our tech crew. Thanks, guys.
Our
in the
tech
back
crew,
there.
who made it run as smoothly as possible. Well,
I got a dash, rainbow dash.
Yeah, yes. Guys, thank you guys for coming out here. Be sure to check out Kelly. You can actually follow her on Twitter at K Sheridan Voice, I believe.
Yes, that's right.
And of course, give me a follow at The Dennis Daniel, and enjoy the rest of your time here at Everfree, because it's the last day.
I'll be signing autographs from 1 to 3, so come by and say hi.